Hey travelers, welcome back to Laura's Travel Talk, and thanks for joining. This week in our ongoing series of the 50 U.S. states, one a week, we're going to South Carolina, the Palmetto state. And there's a picture of a palmetto for you. South Carolina is really kind of charming because it's got all the coastal beauty, it's got a lot of history, and it's got that southern charm. So I'm going to give you the 10 must-visit places to visit and maybe a couple tips to help your trip get better. So buckle up. So we're going to count down from 10 down to 1. So stick around and see what number 1 is. Our first stop is Lake Jocassee. And this lake is a crystal clear lake in the mountains. It's a paradise for kayaking, boating, hiking. It has hidden waterfalls that you can look at. You know, an activity tip would be rent a kayak or take a guided waterfall boat tour. You can see the best spots. Look at this place. It's fantastic. Travel tip would be visit early in the fall for breathtaking autumn colors reflecting off of the lake. And then a lesser known secret about this lake is that about 50 years ago, Duke Power dammed up that whole valley and created this beautiful lake. However, it completely sunk a town. People had to leave, and you can discover a nearly intact lodge that's underneath 300 feet of water and various items like this. So it's kind of an interesting spot for divers too. So enjoy. So number 9 on our list is Spartanburg, South Carolina. Spartanburg has a car culture and outdoor fun. It's got a really charming downtown that you can visit. And then if you're a car enthusiast, can go to the BMW Performance Center where you can test drive a BMW on their racetrack. That's an aerial view so you can see all the options for racing. But if you love cars, you got to take the BMW factory tour and see how these vehicles are made right here in the USA. And if you're an outdoor enthusiast, you can go down the Mary Black Rail Trail for a scenic bike trip, or you can run on it. It's a long trail that they continue to add on to, and it is going to connect actually other towns. That's pretty cool looking. Enjoy. Well, here we are at number 8, Darlington Raceway, NASCAR's too tough to tame track. That's right. Why would you visit? Well, Darlington Raceway is one of NASCAR's most iconic tracks, and it hosts the Southern 500 every Labor Day weekend. This track is known for its unique egg-shaped design that challenges even the best drivers because they have a longer turn at this end and a shorter turn at the other end because of the egg shape. Tough to gauge. Racing tip? Check out the NASCAR Hall of Fame exhibit while you're there at the track. Travel tip? Book tickets early for the Southern 500 because it's one of NASCAR's biggest events. Enjoy. So before we move on, leave me some comments and let me know if you've been to any of these places because they're beautiful. And also, I hope that you can subscribe and watch the video all the way through because I'm doing a challenge with YouTube. So let's go to number 7, which is Beaufort, South Carolina. And it's a small town charm and Hollywood history type of place. So it's a quaint coastal town. It's got these stunning antebellum homes. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous. And it connections to movies like Forrest Gump, The Big Chill. It also has the Hunting Island State Park, which is one of the best beaches in the state. It looks like a nice sunset. Sightseeing tips would be walk along Bay Street for beautiful waterfront views. Travel tip, well, this town is perfect for a romantic getaway or for history buffs. It's also been named one of the best small towns in America. So get out to Beaufort. Well, here we are up to number 6, Congaree National Park. This is a hidden natural wonder. Why would you visit? Well, this is an underrated national park, and it features the largest old-growth bottomland hardwood forest in the U.S., with massive trees, boardwalk trails, and the chance to see fireflies in sync during May. There you go. I know they look fake, but I lived in North Carolina for a while, and the fireflies are just this crazy in May and June. It's fantastic. An activity would be you can take a canoe or a kayak tour to explore the swampy area up close. A travel tip is visit it in fall, and you can avoid the extreme summer humidity, and you get that gorgeous view. Get out there. Well, we're up to number 5 on our list, and that is Columbia. Columbia is the state capital and a little bit of college football madness for South Carolina. Columbia is home to the State House. That's beautiful right there. There's also the Riverbanks Zoo and Garden, which is pretty expansive. It looks pretty fun. They also have Lake Murray for water activities. Travel tip would be if you're visiting in the summer, be ready for heat because the temperatures regularly hit 90 plus degrees. That's why it's so busy out there. However, if you are a sports lover, this is the place to be on a fall Saturday, because you got to watch the South Carolina Gamecocks play football at one of the loudest college stadiums in the country. However, I have a good friend that would not be happy, even though it's not in Columbia, but it is in South Carolina, if I left out the fabulous Clemson Tigers. Yay! If you prefer to head over to Clemson, you can watch the Tigers at their great stadium. Excuse me. So enjoy. Next up on our list is number 4, Greenville, South Carolina. And it is an underrated mountain gem. And I also wanted to tell you, if you've never been to the Carolinas, they've got some beautiful areas, some great historic sites. They're great places to go. So get out there. So Greenville is a hidden treasure. It's in the Blue Ridge Mountains and a vibrant downtown to walk around. You can get down to Falls Park on the Reedy, look at the people walking along there, but those waterfalls are right over the rail. It's gorgeous. There's also the Swamp Rabbit Trail, which is a must for cyclists and joggers. It's completely paved out and the bridges are there. It's fantastic. It's also got a thriving food scene. And, a food tip would be eat at Sobeys for upscale Southern cuisine, or try Pappy's Tacos by the Riverwalk. Enjoy. Well, this next stop is beautiful Hilton Head Island. Now, if you are a golfer, you have heard of Hilton Head Island because there is some pristine golf courses out there. But it is a luxury retreat with world-class golf, bike-friendly trails, beautiful beaches. It's got all these different little resorts. This one here is family-friendly because it's a Disney resort. But it's less crowded than Myrtle Beach, so it makes it a perfect little more peaceful getaway. But I will say, beware of sea nettles. It's a type of jellyfish, and they do sting. And there is an attraction of a lot of different kinds of jellyfish in that area. But there's also the cannonballs, but they don't typically sting. And that's what they look like. But either way, it's beautiful out there. A golf tip would be play around at Harbor Town Golf Links. It's the home of the RBC Heritage PGA Tour event. But there are many courses to choose from. So make your reservations and get out there. Well, we're down to number 2, and it's Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach has beaches, boardwalks, entertainment. It is always hopping at Myrtle Beach. It's famous for that big Ferris wheel there, and it's got 60 miles of beaches. The boardwalk, amusement parks, and live entertainment are perfect for relaxation and fun. It's got water parks, family-friendly attractions. It's got this Wonderworks, which I've always found cool. It looks like an upside-down building. There's one in Orlando I've seen too. There may be others, but they're like an indoor amusement park. So they've got laser tag, zip lines, rope courses, and they're fun and educational. So it's pretty cool. But look at this view. I mean, with 60 miles of sandy beaches, you can rent a bike and ride up and down the beach, or go take a ride on that beautiful Ferris wheel, the Sky Wheel that I showed you. But if you're there in late spring or early fall, it's the best time because you'll avoid summer crowds and still enjoy some warm weather. And then, of course, there's thousands of golf courses all around. Look at that golf course. That is like a nightmare to me. My ball would never be on the green part, just the blue part. Have fun at Myrtle Beach. And our number one spot in South Carolina, well, it's none other than Charleston. Charleston's got historic beauty and southern charm. Charleston's a fantastic city. I've been there a few times, and it's one of the most charming and historic cities in the U.S. It's known for its cobblestone streets that you can see there. It's got antebellum homes and picturesque waterfront. The highlights include the Rainbow Row there that you see, all the houses. The Battery is where these beautiful antebellum homes are and large houses, but it's that wall along the water. It was a fortification wall that was built way back when. And then Fort Sumter. Fort Sumter is where the Civil War began, so that's kind of an important historic site to go visit. And I would say, for a travel tip, stay in the historic district for walkability to all the attractions, because it's a pretty close little town and you can walk to all these places. And if you want one of the nice restaurants, make reservations early, because it's not a huge town, but it's fantastic. And lastly, it's also known as one of the most haunted towns in America. So you can take a ghost tour at Charleston at night. I've done it, and oh my, it was fabulous. So get out there and enjoy some Charleston. Well, that's your top 10 for South Carolina. And South Carolina has something for everyone. And I know I say that often, but this one truly does, because it's got beaches, it's got mountains, it's got history, it's got NASCAR, it's got golfing, it's got family-friendly resorts, it's got ghost tours, great food, it's got a lot of stuff. So you can road trip through there, or you can plan a weekend getaway. It's truly a cool place to go. So I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you can subscribe and watch the video all the way to the end. And we'll see you next week with another state. But in the meantime, watch out for those jellyfish.